The worst part of my day, worst part of every day of my life, is when I have to put on my socks. Putting on my socks is the worst part of every day. And it always will be. Even if I have a terrible day in the future where my grandmother is murdered by my other grandmother. If that ever happened to me, the worst part of that day will be when I put on my socks. But if I had to putting on my socks, that means here's what I have to do. I have to get my hands past my pointed toe. I don't even know how I do it. I'm sitting here, I don't know how I do that. It's because you have to, it's like folding a bowling ball in half. And as soon as I start, I can feel I'm pushing all the fat up into my vital organs. And I just feel all the systems failing. Beep, beep, beep. And I have to try, I have to lay on my back like an 8-year-old and go like this. And I start passing out. And I know other people's lives are hard. I know. I saw an interview on TV with Michael J. Fox. And he has Parkinson's. And he was describing brushing his teeth. He said it takes him 2 hours a day. And he said it's agony. And I saw this and I thought, okay, that's hard. That is hard. And so is putting on my socks. Sorry, Michael. Doesn't make it easier to know about your thing. Tell you what, I'll help you brush your teeth. You help me with the socks.
Whoever is running this radio station, do something, please. Just do something.
Just get that Lily Tomlin operator character.
Yeah. Yes.
May I connect you?
Is this the party to whom I'm speaking?
Hysterical. She's playing an operator.
Yeah, you know. James said that the reason they moved Halloween, by the way, was because of traffic.
Traffic.
Friday night, 5 to 7, when the kids are out doing their thing. A lot of traffic.
How come no one cared about us?
Yeah.
We were the least cared about children in the entire history of the United States of America.
Yep.
Go out and play.
Go out. Get out of here.
Just get out of the house.
Get out of here. Go.
I was told to just leave. Leave your house and just walk around with strangers.
Do whatever it is you do.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Maybe I'll see you later.
And when I come home, I'm not even going to ask what you did today.
Nope.
You could do anything. Go ride your bike.
We just
no helmets, no knee pads, no nothing. You're just riding in traffic.
Go find a dead cat.
Poke it with a stick for a while with your friends.
Yeah.
Dig holes in the woods.
Steal lots of things from CVS.
Right, go on a shoplifting sprees.
Steal like 5 giant Hershey's special candy bars from CVS and sit behind it gobbling chocolate till you feel sick, and then a retarded girl walks by and you show her your penis.
Right. Why wouldn't you?
That was a typical afternoon for me.
I could bring
Massachusetts.
Knives to school. You used to bring knives to school. Like, you could have a buck knife on your belt. And just, what do you need it for? I'm going to clean out my nails, or, I'm just going to carve my name in something. But the teacher could see you brought a knife to school.
Oh.
Now, like, you'd get pounced on by the cops. They'd drag you off. Suspended. You'd have to go to therapy as anger management or something because you brought a knife to school.
I once bought a starter pistol from a kid in school. A starter pistol that shot blanks.
Yeah, it makes
and tear gas, little tear gas.
Right,
pellets.
the tear gas pellets. I remember those guns.
I bought it. I was in 7th grade. Okay, 12 years old. And I bought the starter pistol for my friend, and I brought it to school, and I pulled it on some kid, pointed it at his head. And so it got obviously taken away. And the vice principal had it, and I just wanted it so bad. I just loved it.
Yeah.
So he said, I'm not giving this back. And I go, no, it belongs to my coach, my track coach. It's a starter pistol. And I told him I would give it back. He let me borrow it. And the vice principal was like, what track coach here at school? I'm like, no, I belong to a track team that's different from school.
Yeah.
And he went, okay. And he gave it
Here's
back.
your gun.
Here's your gun, liar.
We'd all just be standing there on the starting line, and we wouldn't go.
Yeah.
We would just stand there.
And I'm not going to check to see what What track team that isn't the school?
All right, here's your gun. The principal's giving you a gun back.
That sounds okay.
How times have changed.
What a well-improv lie that was.
Yeah.
I'm playing our Bud Dwyer. It's my prop.
I think the worst lie I ever gave to anybody and had to improv it as I was going was we got pulled over by the cops. I had a warrant out for my arrest because of unpaid tickets, and I didn't give my name. I gave the name of my cousin. And then he ran that and said, no, this name is a kid that's younger than you. It's this, that. And I came up with this story as I slowly got retarded. Like my mouth, I kind of made it seem like I was weird. But at first I was fine. But then I was slowly getting retarded and actually told the officer that my father got remarried, had another kid, didn't want me anymore, and named him Anthony, and just came up with a whole new life, a whole new wife, and a new son named Anthony. And then I just stared at him with this pathetic, sad look, and he goes, all right, go. And as my friend who was driving at the time drove away because I was in the passenger seat, he just goes, I cannot believe he bought that.
That's amazing.
And it was one of those, as it's happening, you're just rolling in your head and going, oh my God, I'm just digging myself in a hole.
Yeah.
And it worked.
You realize it's the truth.
Yeah, it's the truth. He hated me, but I like how at first it was like, yes, sir, yes, officer. I was very sharp trying to get him and then I was like, and then my father didn't like me. Like I got retarded right in front of him.
I forgot I'm retarded. I forgot.
Yeah, it was like Flowers for Algernon in like 3 minutes.
The show started with the police and it ends with the police.
Right.
If you're gonna get...
So I was watching Schindler's List today. You wanted me back, man. This is what I got. I was watching Schindler's List. It's funny because Schindler's List, when it came out, was this moment, you know? It was a document and everybody talked about it. Now it's just on. It's just on TBS. And you can just flip on by, the Jews and all that, okay. And then you flip this way and you see Dudley Moore and Kirk Cameron switch bodies. And that way it's Hitler and the Jews and all that. It's just... I was watching Schindler's List, and there was a scene that really, I forgot about this scene, and there I saw it. There's a scene where all the Jews are being let out of Warsaw. They're being forced out of Warsaw. They got all their belongings on this road, and all the people that aren't Jews are watching them leave in nice clothing. It's this horrible. And there's a little girl in this scene, and she's standing on a mailbox. She's about 8 years old, and she's in a pretty dress. You remember this scene? And she's watching them. She's going, "Goodbye, Jews! Goodbye, Jews!" And this really struck me, and probably the Jews too, that it happened to, because I think it must be real. There must have been that girl, and when they researched the movie, somebody told Spielberg that story, and he was like, "We're fucking doing that. That's amazing." And because I know how movies are made, I know that they had to go and find an 8-year-old girl who could nail that shit. So somewhere there's a tape of like 50 little girls trying to get the "Goodbye, Jews" part. And they're all cute, of course. They're all little girl actors. There's no little girl actresses that are like Sean Penn. I just do my thing, you know. They're going from the Hannah Montana audition to the "Goodbye, Jews" thing, taking their turn. "Hi, my name's Dorothy. I'm with William Morris." All right, Dorothy, go ahead. "Goodbye, Jews." "Goodbye, Jews." Dorothy, you're angry at them. "Oh, I'm okay." "Goodbye, Jews." "Goodbye, Jews." Okay, thank you, Dorothy. Next. "Goodbye, Jews. Goodbye, Jews. Goodbye, Jews." Okay, thank you very much. Next. And then comes the girl whose mother prepared her for the, "Hi, my name is Angeline."
And I'm with CAA, and I'm really happy to meet you. The sun'll come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow. Angeline, we just need the line. Oh, I'm sorry. Goodbye, Jews! Goodbye, Jews!
I've been doing comedy for about 30 years or something like that. It's been a long time. All right. Shouldn't take that long to get good at it. Shouldn't take that long. It's really a simple thing. You talk to people. I should have figured it out right away. But it took me a long time, and I used to hate it. I really did. First few years, I hated it because I bombed almost every show. And I remember when I started, I was like, I want to make people laugh. And for a good 5 years, I didn't make one fucking person laugh. And I realized now I don't make people laugh because I'm a comedian. I used to make people laugh. I work in a garage, and I used to make people laugh. And it was just a plus. It was just, hey, that guy at the garage, he's funny. But if the guy at the garage isn't funny, you don't go, that guy, what a piece of shit. He wasn't funny. I've been doing this a long time. I've traveled all over the country. I remember one time I worked at this club in North Carolina. I don't remember what town. It was called like, North Carolina. I don't know. North Carolina. I'm going down. Dang on my daddy. It's actually in South Carolina. Anyway, I'm in North Carolina. And I'm working at this club. I don't remember what it's called. It was called something like you're going to kill yourself in a week. And the owner of the club comes up to me, and he says, what's your shots policy? And I said, what? And he said, what's your shots policy? I was like, this doesn't help. I need sentences. So he says, well, sometimes when a guy's on stage and the audience likes him, they want to send a shot up there and have him drink it, and everybody goes, woo! He goes, now, you want me to send you a shot of real booze or like a shot with something else in it so you don't, have to drink the booze? And I said, yeah, you know what? Don't send anything. And he goes, well, what do I say to them if they want to send you a shot? I said, tell them, no, you may not. No, you mayn't interrupt the show by sending a fucking glass of something to the guy. And he's like, well, they're going to be upset. I was like, okay, let them feel that way. What kind of entitled people are these? If you go to a football game, you're like, send the quarterback a banjo. Like to see him play banjo right about now. North Carolina.
Because I'm gonna trick or treat with my kids.
Are you going to wear a Halloween costume on stage?
I'm going to dress like a vampire, and I'm gonna say like blue. No,
That's scary. No, right. And Louis, you're leaving us for a little while?
What? I'm leaving at 8:20. Not
Why? All right, we got you for a little while.
You stay the whole time always.
My daughter's having a Halloween parade around her school.
Exactly. What are you doing?
So I'm going to go and see it. I want to see her. It's not an obligation. I just want to see her costume.
I'd like to
that's
go
not,
if I
not right.
could.
What?
That's not right. Don't
Sure.
Stealing Jimmy's bits.
Going
my kid.
to watch little kids
I'd
in
like to
costumes
go.
walking around.
Yes. I'd much rather do that than hang out here with you bunch of grown, hopeless idiots. Why would I want to not be with a bunch of kids in costumes?
I agree.
Uncle Paul.
That should be written on your tombstone. Why wouldn't I want to be with kids in costumes?
Yes.
I got cancer of the gums.
What the hell? I don't think I'm dressing up this year.
No.
Why?
We all look forward to that every year.
Because the Renaissance guy is it's old hat at this point. I'm sick of it.
That guy's dead.
It's old colostomy bag.
Yes. And I didn't do anything else as far as getting a costume.
We all used to enjoy the Sword of the Gay, though.
The Sword of the Gay. I would bring
Is
that
retired?
in. Night People. Yes, it's now back in the closet. And then the Wizard. I was a wizard once. Remember that? I had my wizard hat, my wizard robe. That was nice, but what are you going to do? Be a wizard again? So today I'm going to the party tonight as
Fidel Castro.
Yes,
You almost have
as
the
Fidel
young,
Castro.
the young Fidel Castro.
I'm going as a young revolutionary.
No, what are you going as? Nothing?
Yeah, I'm just going to show up. Screw it. I'm going to see what it's like to just
Do you
have
really
fun.
wear those costumes?
Oh, I did.
Really?
I went, I had like a whole night thing going, you know why? Because I'm flaming.
No, you were gay.
Flaming. I just wanted to go around actually wearing a real rapier sword in the city and see if I could actually get away with it. And I did. I walked around with a sword that was almost as long as my leg, and I could have killed anyone at any time with this thing. I'll run ye through.
Sure.
Somebody may be showing up in a very little costume tonight. I'm not sure yet, but I understand my friend. I got a call. It was a little vague. But somebody may be showing up. That's what I hear.
Really? See that? That'd be.
I took my kids last year to the Halloween parade in Greenwich Village.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's a nice place to take the kids.
No, it's nice for kids.
Not so many questions are asked. Oh,
it's
that one.
Kids,
okay.
Yeah.
Uncle Paul.
Yeah. And it was in Washington Square Park, and so then they had politicians, local. I mean, who's more boring? Local aldermen or whatever they are, city councilmen, making speeches, and they're all wearing funny costumes. And this woman comes out, and she's dressed in a karate outfit.
Ooh.
That's her Halloween costume. And she goes, when it's her turn to speak, she goes up to the mic and she goes, "Mwah."
What?
Like, you're not wearing a scary costume, lady. You're not. She does like a ghostly, "Mwah." Oh, it's the scary karate student. Idiot.
That is ridiculous.
And there was silence. She did it, and then there was just silence.
Of course.
And then she went, "Anyway, it's so great to see everyone.
To be here. You know, my platform has always been about families and shut up.
I try to go to movies, but movies are all shit now. They are. They're all shit. Like, they just have this machine that just makes shit. I try to see. I rented a movie. I rented the Jesus movie where they beat the shit out of Jesus for a couple hours. Wow, they kicked his ass. What happened? What, did he key somebody's Camaro? What did the guy do? Look, I didn't like the Jesus movie. I thought it was a shitty movie. And people get offended when you tell them that, like you're saying something wrong. It's like, I thought the Jesus movie sucked. And they're like, hey, man. Like, what? He's not in it. Who gives a shit? Like Jesus cares about Mel Gibson's movie, you know? Look, I was raised Catholic, so I know he did that for me, and I appreciate it, thank you. He should have asked first, I would have said, I'm all set, I don't need that done, because... little presumptuous. Only because, look, here's the thing. I was raised Catholic, and I'm not anymore, because if they're right, I am fucked. I'm going to hell. I am. Because I'm really I do wrong shit a lot. Man, I'm going to hell. I know it. And I don't want to go to hell. And really because I don't like new places. That's really the reason. Because I'm afraid I'll go to hell. I won't know where to sign up for shit. I'll be all confused. Like the first day of school, I wonder, is there like a schedule to hell? How organized is your damnation? Like, the first they put you in one room and some monster fucks you up the ass for 1,000 years. You come out, you're like, well, I ain't fucking around in there, I tell you. I don't recommend that room. That was a drag. Then they take you and they put you in another room and they shit on your head. I don't know what the fuck they're doing down there, but what if hell's not like that? What if I'm just standing in a hallway in hell, like, what do I do? Where do I go? Some demon walks up to me, hey, and I'm like, ah, demon. And the demon's like, come on, suck my dick. Ah. Now I'm blowing a demon into hell and it's horrible. And I'm thinking I shouldn't have lied so much or whatever. But here's my question. What if when I'm done blowing the demon in the hallway? How do you know when you're done blowing a demon in the hallway? I guess when he comes fire ants on you, whatever. When I'm done blowing the demon in the hallway, what if some guy in charge of hell walks up to me and goes, hey, man, you didn't have to blow that guy, He just hangs out here. He's not part of your damnation or anything. What did you blow him for? I just assumed you're supposed to blow people. He said, suck my dick, so So say no. What's so hard about that? Jesus. Look, man, you better pace yourself. You're down here forever. You're gonna blow a lot of demons and elephants, all kinds of shit. Don't be freelancing in the hallways, for Christ's sakes. I'm so sick of being broke. I'm broke. I'm just always keep digging this hole. Most people are broke too. That's the thing. This country's just everybody's broke. That's why I don't like George Bush, but I didn't like Kerry either, because they're fucking both rich and they don't get it. They don't know what it's like to be poor. Like, poor people know what it's like to be rich. They know exactly what it's like because they fantasize about it constantly. Every poor person has their whole rich life all planned out. Every detail. I'm going to have a house made of chocolate, and people are going to blow me as I walk in each room. They're going to be waiting. I'm going to wipe my ass with live rabbits and throw them out the window. Got it all worked out. But rich people don't fantasize about being poor. Why the fuck would they do that? I'll have to take the bus everywhere. Yeah!
Why'd you only do 8 this year? I'm sure that was your choice.
Yeah, well, I didn't. I was going to do what happened was I wanted to take a year off again. I wanted to not start shooting until the fall. And then and they agreed, FX, to let me take a year off. And so then a couple months went by. Just after I finished last season, I was really tired. Mm-hmm. And a couple months went by, and I was one night I got high. I smoked pot. And I got excited about a whole idea for the next season. I was like, I think I figured out next season. I've got an amazing idea for next season. And I started writing it, and I was like, this is going to be so great. I want to do this now. And I wrote to the president of FX because the next morning he was going to announce that we were taking a year off.
Right.
And I said, hold the announcement. Can I come back after all in the spring? And he said, shit, okay, I got to talk to everybody. So he went and talked to everybody, and then he wrote me back, and he said, you have to say what you're doing now, because we have to announce this. And he said, we already spent the money for a full season, but you can do a partial season if you want to come back soon. And I was like, totally. And then so he announced that the next morning, and then I woke up, and I looked at all the shit I wrote when I was high. I was like, this is terrible. This is terrible stuff. I didn't use a single idea. I had like 10 pages written.
Right.
10 stoned pages.
Can you tell us one idea?
It was the whole plot was that Doug Stanhope, who was on the show a few years ago.
As Eddie, yeah.
As Eddie, who the suicidal comic, that I run into him in New York, and he's like wearing a suit and tie, and he just, he cleaned up his act. And he's making money. He's like an investment banker or something like that. And we end up opening a comedy club together. I had this idea. I open a comedy club, and I become a club owner, and and I thought that's such a cool idea. I wrote all these ideas about young comics come and stuff like that. And then I looked at it all. I was like, no, none of this is funny. And it just stunk. It was really bad. And so now I'm like, I got to fucking. And I'm only got 80 episodes. And the whole thing was just so stupid. It was just, I made a huge decision that had impact on my and a lot of other people's lives, because a lot of people work for me. And I was stoned at the time.
That's wonderful to hear. How's the pot? You like the pot, huh?
I do very little of it. It's like every couple of weeks. If I do it, I'm very paranoid about drug use. So if I get high like twice in a week, I'm like, I have a problem, and I stop, because I just don't I don't think it's good for comics getting high. It takes your will away, and it makes you too comfortable. You know? So I don't do it a lot. And I got kids. I can't be fucking around with that shit. But once every couple of weeks. Smoke a little marijuana.
Just a little bit?
I bought a big thing of marijuana from a guy like 10 years ago. So I smoke very old marijuana. It's really old and dusty.
You still have it from 10 years ago?
I don't know how long ago it was, but it was a while ago.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah. You know what they're doing with marijuana these days and the edibles? You can get some nice fresh stuff, Louis.
Yeah, but I don't want to go become a consumer of pot and go find a pot guy.
Right. You told that wonderful story. I think it was in Comedians in Cars with Jerry.
Yeah.
Getting high and going to the 3D movies, the IMAX.
Yeah, I fucked up a little too because I've been back there since, and there's people who see me and recognize, oh my God, he's high now. He's at the IMAX. Right. And that's like a perfect nightmare when you're high.
It's the thing now.
Yeah. So
You just want to go and relax and enjoy the movie.
That's all I want to do is I don't want to be pestered.
Yeah, nobody wants to be pestered when they're high.
I hate being pestered.
I love my daughter. It's a lot of responsibility that you never think about, though. Like, you got to name your kid. That's a big deal right there. And you know what's amazing to me? You can name your kid anything you want. Isn't that incredible? There are no laws. There should be a couple of laws. None. You can literally name your kid anything. You can name your kid a name with no vowels if you want, like Singleton. Just 40 F's. That's his name. Go clean your room. Some people name their kids a word like sunshine or battery or whatever. I'd like to name my kid a whole phrase, something like ladies and gentlemen. That would be a cool name for a kid. This is my son, ladies and gentlemen. Then when he gets out of hand, I get to go, ladies and gentlemen, please! But you got to be careful what you name your kid. You do have to be careful because what happens is other kids in school are going to make fun of them. They're going to make fun of their name. And you don't have to give them a weird name because they can do it with any name. Kids are geniuses at that. Any name, they take it, they go Louis Screwy, Joey Blowy, Mike, your mother's a dyke, whatever. They find a way, these kids. Any name, what's your name? Eric, you fucking asshole. See, just like that. Lightning speed these kids got. What's your name? Joe, eat a bag of shit, cunt face. You see, just like that. It's not fun to be single at 41. I was married for 10 years. I'm divorced. I got 2 children. It's hard to start again after a marriage. It's hard to really look at somebody and go, hey, maybe something nice will happen. You just don't. I know too much about life to have any optimism. Because I know even if it's nice, it's going to lead to shit. I know that if you smile at somebody and they smile back, you've just decided that something shitty is going to happen. You might have a nice couple of dates, but then she'll stop calling you back, and that'll feel shitty. Or you'll date for a long time, and then she'll have sex with one of your friends, or you will with one of hers, and that'll be shitty. Or you'll get married, and it won't work out, and you'll get divorced and split your friends and money, and that's horrible. Or you'll meet the perfect person who you love infinitely, and you even argue well, and you grow together, and you have children, and then you get old together, and then she's gonna die. That's the best case scenario, is that you're going to lose your best friend and then just walk home from D'Agostino's with heavy bags every day and wait for your turn to be nothing also. It's true. Everything that makes you happy is going to end at some point, and nothing good ends well. It's like if you buy a puppy, you're bringing it home to your family saying, hey, look, everyone, we're all going to cry soon. Look at what I brought home. I brought home us crying in a few years. Here we go. Countdown to sorrow with a puppy. I remember I had a dog when I was a kid, and we had to put him to sleep because he had a tumor on his snout. And I remember I was home when the vet called and said, yeah, that's a malignant tumor that he's got to go. And I was like, well, can we fix it? And he goes, I'd have to just remove his whole snout. And then he'll just have this weird, round, furry head that doesn't look like a dog. And he can only eat with a straw, but you can't teach a dog to suck through a straw. So he'll just die of being stupid and having a round head. So I think you should just kill him. That's what I recommend. And I was like, okay, well, should we make an appointment for a few weeks from? And I swear to God, the guy goes, no, just bring him over. I'm not doing anything. I'll kill him right now. Like, just bring him over now. Why wait? I'm not busy. So I bring the dog to the vet. And I remember I'm holding the dog, and he sticks him full of a crazy amount of morphine, or the right amount if you're trying to kill a dog with it. And my dog dies. And then I left him there, because, I mean, it was arranged. I didn't, like, sneak out and leave my dog. We had no money. So I left and I asked the vet, I made the mistake of asking the vet, what are you going to do with my dog? And he said, he just goes in a mass grave. And I was like, what's that like? And he goes, it's just a big pile of dead dogs. So... that night, I remember, it was raining, and I had this nightmare that my dog woke up from the morphine and found himself in a pile of dead dogs and crawled out past the dead cat pile. And then he just walked, and it was thunder and lightning, and he was like one of those miraculous dogs that you read about in Reader's Digest, and he's like made his way home. And then he scratched on the door, and we open the door, and there he is, and we go, there, he's here! Look, he's back! And then we realized we just gotta do it again. Gotta take it back. Gotta do it again. Still got a tumor on his snout. And the dog's like, are you shitting me right now? Can I spend the night? Jesus! So that's why it's hard to start dating, you know? That's why
Daddy, where are we going?
Taking you to your mom's house.
Yay!
Yeah.
Daddy, my shoes don't fit anymore.
Really? We just got you those.
I know.
Well, I'll get you some this week, or Mom will get you some this weekend.
I'm too tired to walk.
I know, but it's good for you.
Carry me.
Look, if I carry you, you won't get stronger. All right, come here. Okay. Come on.
Out here. Okay, what does this guy want? Steve from New York City, what do you want?
Hey, Louie. I'm about 15 blocks away right now. I work in radio. I'm not doing anything tonight, so if you want a co-host or somebody to find some material for you, I'd be happy to do it.
I think that's very generous of you, but I'd rather shit in a hat and wear it for the rest of my life. Thanks, Steve. 3-year-old terror, what do I do? Okay, hey, guy in New York City, you got a kid and she's a terror? He?
Yeah, her name's Alexandra. She drives a wedge between me and my wife. I love her to death. She's a great kid, but she just freaks out constantly and screams until you give in, and I just fight with her constantly.
What makes you, like, what do you give in? Like, give me an example of you giving in.
An example, I'll say, don't do that or I'm going to take that away.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll do it, I'll take it, and then my wife will say, don't do that, you're torturing her, and I'll give it back to her like a chump.
Have you ever talked to your wife about this?
Yeah, she's just stubborn. My wife is thick-headed.
But here's the thing. Just try this. And I don't care if this is boring for listeners, because this is important for you to know. Take your wife aside later. Don't fucking, because I know what happens. She says, give it to her, and you turn to your wife and say, what the fuck did you do that for? And she says, well, you're torturing the kid. And the kid goes, nah. And then you just leave the room and go drink a beer and shit in your own mouth for the rest of your life, right?
Well, basically.
So try this, man. Just next time you're sitting with your wife watching fucking Dancing with the Cunts or whatever it is, just turn to her and say, can I talk to you for a second? And she'll go, what? And say, don't say what like that. Just listen. Maybe I have something to say. And turn off the TV. And say, okay. Listen, when I try to discipline the kid or try to bring consequences to her for what she does, please don't undercut me. Can you see how that's a drag? And your wife's going to argue with you. But,
it's happened numerous times.
Yeah, but don't do it in the heat of the moment. You got to do it at a time where you're not fighting, when everything's cool. You got to bring it up out of nowhere when everything's okay and establish a fucking... here's the thing. Being a parent, it's like being at war. And the way that we do it, it's as if we were a platoon in the army that didn't even, like, kneel down and draw some pictures in the sand with a rock and here, you go here and you go there. Like if you're a platoon, you're going to take a building or something full of brown people that you want to kill. You have to draw a picture of the building in the sand. You say, you go here, and Johnson, you go here, and all that kind of thing, right?
Right.
Otherwise, it would just be like, let's just go get the building. And then people are shooting at you, and you're going, you fucking idiot, go over there, and yelling at each other. That's what parents do. So you need to actually set some time aside and decide, when I say
stop that or I'll take that away. You've got to fucking back me up. And if she has a better plan, let her come up with it.
Right, no, of course.
And if your kid is declining in behavior instead of getting better, then one of you is fucking wrong. So you got to work that shit out. But never back down. Never. Once you tell your daughter this is going to be the consequence, and explain to your kid too, these are consequences. This is what happens when. Don't just say no. You can't have it because I said so. You got to explain to her. I told you not to do that. You're still doing it. This is the consequences that you lose this thing, you little motherfucker. Okay?
All right, Louis. Thanks for the advice.
You know, I drove with a suspended license, so I got arrested. And the judge was like, you know, your record is reprehensible. You show no remorse. You do nothing but repeat your offenses, and I'm going to go the limit with this. Then the next guy's like, this guy threw a rock through a window, literally, and set a fire, and then passed out in the street. And he goes, are you in a program, young man? He goes, yes, sir, I am. Okay, good for you. Good luck. I wish you all the luck in the world. All the world. All of the luck in the world.
In the world.
I want everyone else to have bad luck so that you can have good luck, you stupid drunk from Mansfield, Massachusetts. Just.
Joe had a little run-in years ago. Years ago, Joe wasn't able to get license, registration, insurance, anything. He was like in that realm of your life when you go through that.
That's me right now.
So at the time, especially, the Reggies were a lot different on the windshield. It was just the sticker. So he drew one. He looked at one, got some colored construction paper, and drew the lines with a ruler. It used to just be like a grid with some holes that they punched in it on the date, almost like your inspection sticker still looks here in New York. And he drew it up, taped it to the windshield, and unless you were right on top of it, it looked perfect.
Wow.
Couldn't even tell. So his car breaks down on the parkway, and he's underneath the car, and a cop comes up and starts talking. So Joe's like, let me get my stuff out of the car. So he goes to go into the car, and the cop's kind of still looking at his tire, I think, had bent or something like that. So Joe just scrapes the crap right off the windshield. So the cop couldn't see it. And he goes, where's your registration? Everything. He goes, oh, no, I don't have one. And he wrote him up for everything. Joe goes to court and just says, I wasn't driving because my car was broken down on the side of the parkway.
Right.
And it didn't matter how it got there or anything, because you could say I was trailering it, I was towing it.
Yep.
It was anything. So he got away without anything.
That's amazing.
And there he was driving with this forged government document. And
I got arrested once at the Holland Tunnel because this is how bad I was. My license was revoked. Not suspended, but revoked.
That's bad.
And I had, crazy amounts of warrants, open warrants. And the car I was driving had the plates from a different car.
Oh, that's never good. The cops don't like that.
No, and the plates were bad anyway. So, I mean, in other words, the car that they came from had expired. The plates were expired and from another car.
Wait, for anyone that doubted Louis was Mexican.
And I was coming through the Holland Tunnel, and I had no money. That's where it all started. That I pulled. I came up to. I was one of those things where I pulled up to the toll booth and said, "Hi, I have no money. What do we do? How do we do this?" And the guy said, "Just give me your license, and I'll fill out a thing." And I go, "It's not on me." And he goes, "Give me your registration." I go, "I don't have that either." He says, "Give me your name and your social security number."
You just said how smart this guy is, Jimmy.
Yeah, exactly.
This isn't a smart thing.
No,
you're right.
And then he made me pull over, and I went to jail. First, he put me in a jail cell that's under the Holland Tunnel toll booths. There's a jail cell.
There is?
Yeah, he took me down some stairs.
Hey, you got to see something most people don't get to see.
Right. Yeah.
Unless you're a scofflaw, not criminal.
Exactly. And I slept the night. I actually spent the night. I just slept in a little jail cell down there. And then they transferred me to Weehawken County Jail, and that was the worst thing that ever happened to me in my life.
Is that one under a photo mat?
Where's that Weehawken is a really bad jail.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Why? I would not have thought that at all.
It's terrible. People are throwing food out the windows all the time because of the food. I mean, I almost puked just taking a bite out of a sandwich there.
Was it violent there and frightening?
Yeah, it was really scary. It was really bad.
Weehawken, who would have guessed?
Yeah, it's really bad. It's mostly New York drug addicts that get taken, because the New York jails overflow, and they start letting the Port Authority arrest people so that they can take them to New Jersey, because Port Authority is New York, New Jersey. So,
how long were you in for?
Like a day and a half. I was in, for a morning, afternoon, night, and the whole next day. It was horrible.
That's a long time.
Well, and when I got there, I was in a holding cell, and one of the guys in the holding cell said to me, "Don't let him take you out of this cell because you'll never be heard from again. If you get moved to a permanent cell, they'll never find you. They lose people because it's a bad bureaucracy." And everybody in the cell agreed, don't leave this cell. And a cop would come once in a while and say, "We got to move you," and I'd go, "No." He said, "Just say no." I'm like, "How do you just say no to?" And I go, "No, I'm not moving." And he goes, "Come on, we're moving you to permanent cell." And I go, "I'm not leaving here." And he goes, all right. That kept happening. I just kept refusing to leave.
How
the
do you
cell.
refuse?
Just say no.
Wow, I didn't know that was an option.
Yeah.
No, let me out.
It's really
I don't belong here.
No, and the worst part was that there was a toilet just in the middle of the floor of the whole place, like in the middle of the room.
Yeah, you would just have to sit there.
Sit there and
There's no
close.
There's no privacy.
I bet I got
or
dumped
anything.
even though I didn't
No,
say
it didn't.
I think you stopped it.
So wait, did you get moved to a permanent cell? You'd be there for a week, maybe.
Basically, and I mean, I was because I made bail before I even arrived because I called. I used a phone in the Holland Tunnel cell, and I made bail right away. But it took 2 days for the bail to find me.
Oh,
it's amazing,
man.
Yeah, it's bad.
How much was
prison
bail?
System is bad. Oh, I mean, I had to pay. Yeah, it was like
nothing.
No, it was a lot. It was
Really?
like $600 or something. I mean, for me, that was a lot then. Now I would. You're like, I'll pay $6 million to get out of here. I don't have that kind of money.
Figure we could take care of it right here in Brainerd. Give him that one.
Exactly. Right here in Brainerd.
I just want to be in full compliance.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, E-Rock. Yes.
Yes, because that helps
Fargo song.
They want more stuff.
Gravity was fucked
smoking.
up.
Gravity.
That didn't freak you out a little bit?
Well, 3D IMAX High. Like, you know how they have those logos? It should say, like, 3D IMAX High is the best way to see a movie like Gravity.
Yeah.
I didn't otherwise I didn't like the performances.
Right.
And I didn't know why these are the people
that were in the
who
movie
are being called the astronauts.
Right.
Yeah.
It's two people, and you could have gotten anybody.
They should have just had
It wouldn't
two.
have been these two, terrific, made great contributions to theater of the screen.
Yes, of course.
But why fill their faces with chemicals to make sure they look like astronauts? I mean, you could get. There's so many people.
Right.
And also the idea that she's like a reluctant astronaut. There's no such thing as like someone's like, oh, I mean, the other thing didn't work out, so I'm an astronaut.
Yeah.
And
so
I hate
astronaut
space.
was something to fall back on.
Yeah, I'm so stressed out when I'm in space.
Like a trade.
Yes. This
What-
is what would happen if you're like, she's some scientist.
Mm-hmm.
You go to NASA, if you got a interview.
Yeah.
Okay, you be her, okay?
All right.
And I'm going to ask you about how you feel about the program and sound a little hesitant.
Okay.
Okay, so how are you excited to try out to be an astronaut? Get the fuck out of here now. Get the fuck out of my office. There's the greatest people alive do this.
Right.
Everybody
Get the
wants
fuck
that
outta
gig.
here.
And it's their dream from the second they left the womb.
Right.
All they want to do is go into
They
space.
never gave up on being an astronaut.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you're obsessed with being an astronaut and you are the best at everything that you do, you're still going to wash out and not get to space.
Right. Yeah.
And yet this fucking like, ugh. And I get vertigo. No, you don't. Fuck you. And I don't know, whatever. And then, but when you're that fucking stoned, and you're in the picture and you're going inside of the helmet, looking at the world from inside the helmet, it's pretty cool.
Not a freak out though. You're not a freak out pot guy where it's like, this is like fucking freaking me out.
No, because they don't know I'm watching them, so they're not interacting with me. If I interact with human beings who are looking at me,
that'll freak out a little bit.
That would be the thing.
Yeah.
The vastness of space thing would get me a little.
No, I could fall right into that. I was excited.
Okay.
Except for I was getting also irritated by the lack of truth with the physics. because they had an opportunity to teach people physics.
Right. Where did they fail?
Were they really off? There was a couple of times where they said they were off, like when they were holding each other's fingers. They said all she would have had to do in real life was just pull back gently, and he would have come right back.
That's right. There's the whole, basically, the entire crux of the drama of the movie was a giant fuck you to physics.
Physics.
The idea that she's holding him and there's some force pulling him more and more, like an increasing force from what? There's nothing.
Centrifugal force, was it?
No, I don't think so.
Were they spinning?
Nope.
No, they weren't.
They weren't spinning.
Yeah. Okay. Well, although if she pulled like
a
that,
teeny bit, he would have come right back.
But
and also, when
she would have gone forward too.
When she's spinning,
yeah,
and she's going, oh God, close your fucking eyes, close them. You're not feeling it. You're not feeling yourself spin. Close your eyes.
Yeah,
that's all you would have to do.
Because the Earth is doing this.
It's
spinning
all relative.
Close your eyes,
like the Earth. So
60 seconds.
Yeah,
she wouldn't even have to be reminded. But even if, honey, close your eyes. All right. Okay, good. I'm good.
Everything's fine now.
Good.
That's a good point. But I wouldn't have thought of that if I was spinning away into nothingness either. She probably just forgot.
She forgot.
Yeah, no, she's clumsy and forgetful.
Hesitant.
She's like Lucy. And
When George asked her where she's from, like when they know all that, that took me out of the movie. I'm like, they would know all that before they went up there, right? But so tell me about you. Where are you
they
from?
Would know everything about
every
each
detail.
other.
What did they talk about during the training? He just kept saying your cunt stinks a lot. That's all he talked about in the training. Was how it
that was the first 1,000 things he said. 1,001 was where you from.
Yeah,
where
do you have any kids ever fall out of that dump?
Yeah, and guess what? If you have like a background that's edgy, like your son died, they want, we're not putting you in space.
Right.
That's going to come up.
That could be a problem.
Yeah,
it's going to come
We're going to bum everybody out with that shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need you up there all of a sudden waxing fantastic about your kid.
No. Worthless.
Fucking things up.
No,
well,
billions of dollars that shit costs up there.
They
need boring, steel, fucking nerved people.
Right. You ever watch some of those guys on camera when they're having a spacewalk? Like they've got to replace that giant cooling unit that's the size of a refrigerator. Their dialogue back and forth is just the most
mundane,
technical, dull, fucking, the bolt is out.
Right.
Well, like if you ever listen to black box recordings to fall asleep. Have you ever jack off to black box recordings?
Yes. Yeah, voice recording.
Yes, they have some on YouTube and
I've
stuff.
seen. I've actually was listening to some of those just last week.
Yeah.
I swear. They're fucking
they are
tragic.
the
challenges
pilots,
are going, right.
even in the worst conditions, are steel until the very last second.
Yeah, then you get
They're
the
like,
old,
okay, we're going to try this. We're going to try this. This didn't work. This didn't work. The wing came off. We're going down. We're 50 yards from the ground. It's the last sound. It's like,
it is the last.
But they're not
right
panicking.
before it, they're like, we'll
Yeah.
try this. We'll
Yeah.
try this.
Yeah.
That's what all pilots are like. And people in space are like the 0.00001% best of those people.
Right.
That's so
Crazy.
That's exactly what it was.
That guy Sully who landed the plane on the Hudson, steel nerves, he would have washed out. He would have never made it.
Never would have made it to space.
Yeah.
Something fucked up there. He would have been fucked. But meanwhile, in the plane, we're not going to make it. We're in the river.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to try the river.
We're going to try the river.
We're going to try the river.
That's literally what he said.
Right.
Well.
Those are life decimating moments.
They are.
When you're.
Believe me.
I was in 4th grade and I had my pants were always split at the crotch because my mother shopped at King's department store, which isn't even a store anymore.
King's
department store.
Wow.
And so my pants were always split at the crotch, and I was in 4th grade, eating snack time, and I had a boner, and I wasn't aware of it. Just this little pin pushing my undies through the hole in my crotch. And I'm just unaware of it. And this girl, Jill Cassavan, who was the sweet, like she was the one I wanted, she pointed at my crotch and went, and the whole class pointed and went,
oh, God, that's a hard one to live down.
That moment is me. That's who I am. I'm that guy. Defined my whole life has been regret at that moment.
That's right up there with the guy that throws up or the girl that throws up in the cafeteria.
No, that's you. That's you then. I
You
mean, even
then
when
become
I'm watching my daughter being born, the whole time I'm thinking, that was awful when my boner was sticking out. In the 3rd grade. That's how awful those moments are.
Wow.
Self-hate.
They carry on with you, your whole life.
Yeah. Mine's a little different than that, but You know, one friend walks in and catches you doing something to another friend, you know.
Laughs all around.
Yeah, you know, a lot of laughs.
Great.
Jesus Christ.
My daughter's in kindergarten.
Where did he get that?
Well, I don't know where
I
he's
was
from.
way behind.
Yeah, I know.
I don't have any of those stories from when I was younger.
I remember I loved Kelly Howell when I was in 2nd or 3rd grade. I had such a crush on her, but I had shit my pants a lot in school.
You shit your pants a lot?
You were a pants shitter?
Horrendous. It would always smell like rust. And I was standing in line one time, and Kelly Howell was right behind me, and she's like, "Did you go poops in your pants?" And it was my first attempt at sarcasm. I'm like, yeah, sure.
It doesn't work when it's true,
No,
though.
of course it doesn't.
no.
It was a confirmation that I had indeed it looked like a shit nail head. Like I had flattened it by sitting on it. It was cool. There's nothing worse than fucking cold, rusty smelling shit in your underpants.
Oh, that is horrid.
Yeah.
And she knew you shit yourself.
How could she not have? As I was standing there stiff-legging, trying to get out, smelling like shit. I shit my pants all the time in school because I only wanted to shit at home.
I remember I shit my pants in school once, and it was like I just basically coated the inside of my underwear with diarrhea. And I went to the bathroom, and while I'm in the stall, Michael Boyven, the toughest kid in school, and his gang came into the bathroom.
Come on, Woim.
Exactly. And I was standing on the toilet with my shit underwear in my hands, just praying that he wouldn't kick the door open and find me there.
Would you have been embarrassed?
And I had no choice. I ate it. What else could I do? What else could I do?
I wish Michael Boyden would have found that fucking underwear in your hand. You might not be here today.
I wouldn't be right here.
Kill you.
No, I'd be with him right now. I'd be married to him.
My best shit story happened when I was 31 years old.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've told it a couple times. Rick, our old producer for this radio show, I was down in Florida, and I was meeting his what would be his future wife for the first time, and it was a big deal. And we went out and we had a little lunch, whatever, and I had an upset stomach all day. And it was when like boxer shorts were really in, so you're a little looser, right? And I had shorts on and I had like sandals on, and I was saying goodbye on their stoop, and I thought I could sneak out just a little bubble fart. And this is a true story, man. A little nugget fell out.
God.
Rolled down my leg, bounced off my sandal, and just rolled to the front of
Take that with you.
Like down to their feet?
Oh, pretty much. It couldn't have been more perfect.
You know,
how it just rolled and landed right
That
at
was
their
my
feet.
last milk dud. Get all mad.
That's how they say goodbye in some countries. That's actually how you say goodbye.
That's a cookie in Haiti.
That's how I met his future wife, and then I said,
that's how they fell in love.
I don't feel good, and then I just shit my brains for the next 6 to 8 hours or something like that. I ended up not leaving. I had to lay down back in their place. I ended up having just food poisoning or something was going on.
Shit myself.
Oh, it was
shit myself.
It was just one little nugget, and I was already in my 30s.
Oh my God! When I was on writing on Conan, I was a writer there, and I was laying awake in bed one morning, not getting up yet, and I was sleeping in just underwear, no shirt for some reason. I usually sleep in shirt and underwear. And I just laying there and about, planning to fart. and just shit. I just shit in my underwear. And for some reason, the fact that I was in bed, mostly naked, it just really upset me. And I was really bummed. And then my phone rang, and it was my friend Dino, who was one of my guys I wrote with on Conan. And I told him what happened. I said, I just feel I don't want to get out of bed now. I don't know. I just don't want to move. This was the grossest thing that ever happened.
Deal with it.
And then I got out of bed. I cleaned up, and I went to work, and I opened the door, and the writer's assistant, this woman says, "Hey, I heard you shit your underwear this morning." I'm like, "What the fuck?" And every single person came up to me. Conan said, "Hey, how did that go? Shitting in your underwear?" and I go to Dino, and I said, "What the fuck?" And he goes, "I assume you wanted me to tell everybody."
Why wouldn't you? Right? You wouldn't have told me.
Didn't you tell me so I could spread the news before you got to work?
Amazing.
I piss the bed stories when I was a kid. I think the last time though wasn't one of those, if you're just a kid you piss the bed, because I never did that. It was kind of when you're in your early teens almost, and you dream that you're taking a piss.
Yes.
Right.
So you're laying in bed and you're dreaming that you're just taking this fucking wicked piss.
Wicked piss.
Wicked piss. And you wake up and go oh boy. pissed all over the fucking bed.
Do you know I did that with that dream when Louis and I were in Bonnaroo a few years, 2003, in the Tennessee. I woke up in my hotel bed and I was fucking, my sheets were, I pissed my bed. This was a couple years ago.
Wet dreams are fucking great.
When I was like,
just come and you fucking shoot a load in your sleep.
Just to stay with piss for a second. When I was in like first grade, I remember I was in my bedroom just being confused, and I pissed on my bed, like standing there.
That is confusing.
I pissed on my bed, and I remember thinking, I don't know why I'm doing this.
Yeah. Wow, that's weird.
I just pissed on it, and then I didn't let anybody in my room for a while. I just said, please don't go in there, and it just got stiff with piss, and it was really depressing.
Get rid of that bed.
So what about coming in your bed?
Yeah, like when you have a wet dream, and those are just for the very youthful. Right. I don't think I've had one of those in fucking decades. But I do remember you come like in a second, because in your dream, I guess you've been so worked up that in real life you got a rod and you're humping your bed or whatever the fuck you're doing. And then when this dream girl, the girl in the dream, has her clothes off and you just like touch your dream dick to her dream pussy. Yeah. Dream cum comes out all over the fucking place.
Yes.
And then in real life, you're just shooting your load all over.
You know, a lot of times...
But in your dream, it's like, it feels amazing.
But a lot of times you're not rubbing in your dream, by the way.
No, you
have just so much like sperm built up.
That's amazing, that complete mental fucking thing then. And there's no physical pumping.
That's why you don't have many wet dreams if you have an active, sex life. You gotta really...
Yeah, dry yourself off.
I've never had one.
That's why,
because you're just jacking.
Wet dreams are amazing.
There's a cycle to this, because when I was in 8th grade, 7th grade, 12, 13, that all I needed was 12-year-old, 13-year-old Lauren Tossi in her gym clothes, lifting up her shirt and pulling her shorts down slightly.
Yeah.
That was the picture I had. And I'd come immediately. Like that to me, that was the pinnacle of sex.
Right.
Thank you.
I didn't even, here's the thing. And then I grew up and I started getting hand jobs. I started fucking women, getting blown, coming on asses and faces and tits. And now I'm 40 and I'm back to that's all I can really get off.
That's all you can really think about.
A teenage girl showing me 4 inches of her belly.
Yeah.
Let's go to Florida.
What happens there?
No, and a grown woman blowing me. I'm like, can you leave? This is boring.
Let's go to Greg in Florida. Greg.
Hey, what's up?
Fantastic.
Well, I got a good shit story. It's actually twofold. It's the same day.
Twofold?
Okay.
Yeah, it's a twofold. Well, it was about 12 years ago. I used to drive a truck for a bread company, and I
just like how it got old-fashioned for a second. Twofold. The next one would be thrice a shit.
Well, I actually have more shit stories, but this is the best one, I guess you'd say. But anyway, I ate something that morning that obviously didn't agree with me. And, I started feeling it, getting the sweats and, getting the fucking goose pimples on your arm. And so I pulled over the truck, went out in the woods, and didn't have anything to wipe with, so I took a dinner roll with me. And, of course, took my shit, wiped with the dinner roll, and as I'm walking back, I saw some squirrels sitting there eating the damn dinner roll.
Wiped his ass with a dinner roll.
That's
fucking great.
You're a true gentleman.
Dinner roll.
About 30 minutes later, it hit me again. So
they're eating dirt cookies in Haiti. He's wiping his ass with a dinner roll. America.
Well, I'll tell you what, it was silky, better than Bob Kelly's damn water
shit,
flask.
listen, that could be, wiping your ass with a dinner roll. That is the ultimate. Fucking, that means that we've got 2 years left in this country. That's the end of Rome. That's the end of the French aristocracy.
Wiping your ass with the dinner roll.
Wiping your ass with a dinner roll.
He's very resourceful, though. That's good thinking. Sometimes you're proud of yourself, and it's like, I figured this out.
How do you have rolls and not a napkin, though? Where were you?
You drove a bread truck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was in a bread. Yeah, it was out in the middle of nowhere.
Wait, so you opened he opened the big back of the truck and took out one dinner roll?
One lucky dinner roll and never going to make it to the dinner table.
And then the squirrels were kind of shaking their heads as they were eating it, so I don't know.
All right, fine. That part I don't believe.
That dinner roll could have been on the table with a family going, thank you, Lord, for these gifts we are about to receive.
How come there are only 11 of these?
Yeah, wait a minute.
Right.
You ordered the Shitter's dozen. Sorry, Jimmy.
That's all
You
right.
go for the Baker's dozen kegs.
Shitter's dozen's funnier. Fucking Baker's dozen like an old lady I'm trying to spit out. That's a Baker's, is it?
Shitter's dozen.
All right, we're going to take a break. A Baker's dozen is 13, a Shitter's dozen is 11.
My dog, let me just cap it by saying that my dog ate a full shit diaper yesterday. There's nothing. That
What the
is
fuck is with dogs?
the worst
What's with dogs?
moment in a parent's life. It's
Ate
worse
the
than anything
diaper
that's
too?
happened. She ate. Well, she doesn't finish. That's the thing. If she gobbled it up and cleanly ate it, I wouldn't care. But I come home and there's the remnants of a full shit diaper all over the floor, and she's got literally a shit-eating grin and shit in her fucking whiskers.
That was like sushi for your dog. Yeah, that was very enjoyable. All right, more shit stories after the break, and
good thing.
And we might have another Stan Meyer situation here, a guy that invented another car that would make us all happy.
40-year-old guys are not good specimens either. We're not. Like, I have a friend who has a lot of young girlfriends. He always goes, and he goes a little too, they're too young. And it's not okay. You know, he brings them around and you're like, dude, don't. Like, literally point at her face and go, don't fuck her. That's awful. Because, and she's like, just bad, you know? But so he was going to have sex with her one night, and he said he wanted to go all night. Like, he wanted to really last a long time. So he said, I'm going to drink a lot of milk so I can have a lot of sex. I was like, who told you that mattered? And he goes, well, because you can come more if you drink milk. This guy actually thinks that, like, you run out of cum, but if you drink milk, your body goes like, oh, dude, that's perfect. Just send that right through. That's fine. Nobody will know the difference. Just go ahead and send it through. Run out of cum and a pinch milk is fine. It doesn't matter. Go ahead and send it right through. Spray it all over his cat's face. Whatever he was doing. What? I'll cum on my cat's face. If she's watching, she's gonna get a face full of cum. She knows that by now. She knows. It's her fault now. Come on my cat's face once, shame on me. I don't have a cat. I don't have a cat. I never had one. I mean, I would come on a cat's face. I'm not trying to take that back. I just don't happen to have a cat. I have a dog, and I had a dog when I was a teenager, and yeah, I did once. I made my dog lick cottage cheese off my balls, which is something you now can't unknow. You just know it. I did this. And I only hesitated to start the sentence only because I wasn't sure whether to say that I let my dog lick cottage cheese off my balls or that I made him lick cottage cheese. And really, considering how much dogs love cheese, I think I made him an offer he couldn't refuse. I think that's probably the fairest way to put it. I remember it so clearly. And I remember the look on the dog's face. He was like, oh, fuck, dude, what's wrong with you? Why are you doing this to us? Just put it on a plate. Why do I have to lick it off your goddamn balls? All right, come on, fine, let's do it. I'm doing it. I don't care. Look, you gotta live with this. I'll be dead in 2 years. I'm a dog. This is your problem.
He and I talked about doing the podcast twice.
Delete
on two
that story.
separate occasions.
Delete the story,
No,
Jamie.
we're keeping that story.
I love him. Delete the story.
It's a great story.
He's my favorite guy in the world.
He's a great guy. What's wrong with that story?
That wasn't bad.
You didn't say anything bad about him.
I got a bad Louis story. So I used to open for him before he was in trouble. And, he was like the king of comedy for a while. He was the funniest guy ever, whatever. So I used to open for him, and it was the highlight of my life. And then we were hanging out in his hotel room watching a movie, and we were talking, and I was sitting on his bed, and he was sitting at the chair in the hotel room. And I go, "Hey, Louie," and I farted
on his bed.
On his bed,
He was
and he
bad.
flipped.
He lost it.
He flipped. I was like, "You're like the filthy comedy guy. I thought you would love a fart." And he was like, "Dude, what are you doing?" I was crushed.
But did he get actually angry or just like that, dude? What are you doing?
It was worse because it was like, "I'm disappointed in you." Like I thought we were building a relationship, and you fart in my hotel room.
I could see that 100%.
I thought he'd love it.
He strikes me as a guy that would, yeah.
Oh, he
There's
hated
certain
it.
guys.
I could see him going both ways.
Interesting.
I could see him going like, that was hilarious, or like, hey, dude, what
You
the
caught
fuck?
him
I
on
got
a
nice
bad
sweet.
day.
And it was a great fart too.
Upkeep. This is what
upkeep.
My daughter has a webkin, which is a little stuffed animal.
I know the webkin thing.
It's in front of you. It's a physical animal.
Yeah.
But then you go on and there's a cartoon of it on this website, and you feed it.
Yeah.
Food, you buy it gifts, you earn money to get it things, and life, and then she's 60 and it's over. Like, it's just so much time. I don't think people realize how much time you're spending.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing as Facebook. You sit there and you glaze-eyed go through your friends. You manage it, do all the management that's not even fun.
Yeah.
And then you find one or two friends from high school to say, "Oh yeah, you're fatter now. That's interesting."
It's like, wow.
And then you go, my life. It's been 4 or 5 hours. I just did that. So I don't let my daughter do this. I don't let her do it anymore.
How old are your daughters?
7 and 3.
Oh, okay. My sister's kids are a little older than yours. And she discovered they got Facebook pages, so she put a stop to that.
Yeah, you can't.
Like 10, I think 11 and 9 now, I believe. And
well, my daughter asked because I just kept saying, "No, can I do webcam?" "Nah, not right now, honey." I just would say, "Not right now."
Nah, you're going to waste your life.
And then one day she said, "Hey, how come never with the web? Like never? I can't do it." And
she's on to you.
She made a case for it. And I said, "Okay, I'm not going to just because I don't believe in just telling your kid, 'cause I said so.
Do as I say."
Yeah, like what are you teaching the kid except for that you're a fat idiot they want to get away from? That's the only thing you're giving them. Why not look, the kid, like I always give my kids like a day in court because that's a skill they're going to learn.
Yeah, they're going to need that, yeah.
Is how to, look, I'm like, okay, if you have it, let me hear it out. And she goes, "Well, I like doing webkins. You say no every time, and I don't understand why you don't tell me why." And so I gave her the benefit of the doubt, and I explained to her, your life just goes into this hole of waste. When you sit I said, you have your whole life to do that. You're going to probably do a lot of that.
Yeah, it's so true.
You're going to go on computers, and you're going to spend a lot of time looking, but when you're not looking into a computer, you're reading, you're coming up with games, you play with your sister, you do all this stuff. And I just think it's better for your brain. You're really smart, and that's just going to might make you boring. And so for now, I'm just saying, I said, but if you really feel strongly about it, we'll make some time for it and put like a clock on put a timer on it. And she never asked me again. Which I hope is because she thought, she was flattered that I thought she was smart enough to take care of her brain.
I doubt
and that
it.
she understood the idea. It also might be just that I intimidated her.
Yeah, just trying to find someone online who will kill you for money.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm very happy. I'm married, and I love my wife. I love her very much. My wife hates me. She fucking hates me. She hates me so much. Like, that's what she does. Like, if you asked her, what'd you do today? I fucking hate that guy. That's what I did today. I hate Louis. She's so mad at me all the time. Here's the latest thing. The other day, she got really mad. She said to me, "You know what you did? You filled the dishwasher with dishes, you put the soap in, and you didn't turn it on." And I'm like, "Oh, shit. What are we going to do now?" But here's the part where she blows my mind. This is amazing when she gets to this level. She says, "Well, why didn't you turn it on?" Like I have a reason for not turning it on. And I'm like, can't I just be stupid? Can't it just be that I'm a fucking idiot? That I filled the dishwasher and then I went, "Duh," and I walked away? I can live with that. I'm cool with that. But she says, "No, why'd you do it?" Which means I decided not to do it. Do you know how much more of an asshole that makes me? That means I filled the dishwasher and then I went, "You know what? Fuck her. I ain't turning it on." She can suck my dick if she thinks I'm pressing that on button. I'll fill it, but I don't fucking press on. Not in my own house. Why would I do that?